Hey guys, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. Another video for my haul series that started with Life on Mars stuff. Remember, I picked all of this up in February 2021. So I'm recording it in March. I'm not sure how I'm going to space these out, but it's possible this is coming out quite a bit later than when I actually bought it. I just wanted to get these recorded as I was unpacking them and then kind of space it out on the channel. This one is actually really special, and I didn't go out looking for this set, but I do try to keep my eye open as I'm browsing eBay. Sometimes I just type in, incomplete, Lego incomplete, and let it fill in automatically and see what's actually out there, just in terms of buying incomplete sets, save a little bit of money, and as long as it's not missing too many rare pieces, you can actually pick up some of the older Lego sets for really decent money. It might even cost about the same as you were able to buy it for originally, but of course, as we know, many Lego sets will double, triple in value, especially the collectible ones. So without further ado, let's see what we got in here. Like I said, something special. The Sopwith Camel number 3451. This, oh boy, do I remember the date here? Is there a copyright date on the corner? 2001, sounds about right. Yeah, eBay is your friend. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes, I don't know. What do we got? We've got the original box. We've got an original manual. I don't know if there's more than one. Boy, this is so cool. I'm glad I got this. Alright, here's some Lego pieces. That's a good sign. Half assembled. Engine housing up front here. Into the tail. There's our nice large brown plates. There's our 4x4 fences that kind of form that guard. And name on the bag. Here's a little bit sticker damage. Alright, this is something else I saw in the pictures in the listing, and it actually didn't put me off a lot, because you think about these planes that were flying around, they'd get beat up, they'd get shot at, and they wouldn't necessarily get repainted after every mission. So eventually, the insignias on here and the really snazzy paint job that these stickers represent would get beat up and get worn down. And I was thinking, maybe just leave these stickers as they are and represent the plane in somewhat battle damaged or worn out form and see how it looks. But of course, before I can see how it looks, I have to build it, and before I build it, I have to get an idea of what our inventory looks like. That is everything in the box. Alright, totally broken down now. The things that I did leave kind of put together are the stickered assemblies. And like I had initially seen in the pictures, yeah, stickers are in pretty bad shape. So, just really kind of starting to crack from age, completely missing major sections of these patterns. But like I mentioned, it does kind of have that worn out, battered effect. It would look really nice with good stickers, but I think I can make this work. Actually, broken pieces, there are a couple of those. The worst one here is the corner of this 6x16 plate, and this is the old brown color, so this is going to be pretty hard to replace. I mean, easy with Bricklink, but probably charged quite a bit for this piece. It's something that I don't necessarily have laying around that I could just swap in, especially with an applied sticker. So I'm going to try to leave this in place. There's a little bit of building around it. Let's see, that's going to match up with that side. So there's a little bit built around in that corner there that I'll probably have to clean this up with my utility knife a little bit just to get it to work with the other pieces that need to be assembled. And there's also this 6x8, pretty heavily damaged in the corner. I might have this in my collection, but again, with this different, slightly darker brown shade of plastic, just not going to be as common as the reddish brown, of which I definitely have, just a regular 6x8 plate, but that color making it maybe a little bit harder. Some other minor damages here on this hinge plate. The connection with these pins is just so slightly pushed together so that the counterpart here, this one is fine, but because of those pins that are pushed in, this isn't a tight connection anymore, so I need to find another one of the top piece, and then a slightly damaged pin. Very common element, no problem to replace that. And then it also had this random item thrown in, just plastic trash. So slightly not 100% exact Lego here, and with the broken pieces, not a 100% complete set either. But to have the box and the manual, I think definitely kind of outweighs those negatives. The string components are here and accounted for. Let's see, there's 2, 3, 6 of these, 4 of these. I think that's correct. There's 3 long ones in each wing underneath. You see it on the box better. And 2 short ones going back on the tail on either side. So those look correct. And I have other strings as well, but nice to see those are all here. The rest of the pieces are soaking in the water now, but as I disassembled it, just saw the major, the wheels both there, all 4 of those red fences in place, the brown propellers, the major pieces that you kind of know are exclusive or harder to find. Seems like they're all present and accounted for. And before we go to the next step of the project, I wanted to mention these really interesting conical. What is a name for this piece? It has kind of a flanged base with those 4 tabs, and then the top is almost like our regular 1x1 stud, and these go on the very end of the guns, mounted up on top over the engine there. Not actually familiar with this piece, so the rare occasion that I'm introduced to a new Lego piece from an old set. It does happen. There's quite a few different Lego pieces out there, but always a learning experience. Yeah, so just leaving these pieces assembled. As soon as I take these apart, I think the stickers would just disintegrate. So I'm going to try to leave as much of these as possible when I put the plane back together, even though they're very poor condition. Like I said, again, just working with what I have and going off with the battered, battle-worn look of the plane. And I got it complete. So, the set is built up here. Turns out that the important pieces were all here, except, of course, there's a little bit of damage on some of those upper plates. So, a little disappointing that that does show through. Some of the other pieces that were missing here just did a color change. So the brown is the original color, and I have a couple of the older or the more common black axles subbed in instead. And the build went together really nice. I mean, it is 20 years old, so some steps are a little harder to follow than what we see in modern manuals, but I mean, as a 23-year-old, it wasn't anything too difficult. Sopwith Camel, lots of details here. I'm going to save most of my comments for a dedicated review video coming out later, but I did want to just do a little bit of a closer for the unboxing and the build footage. So just so you have an idea, you know what's coming. This thing is huge. I love it. It looked great on display. I don't know how well it would stay mounted or tied to the ceiling with string or fishing wire, or if there was going to be something additional that needed to be built around to make that work at the end of the day. I probably won't be trying that anytime soon. I'd rather just have it be more of a desktop model at this point. So yeah, this is definitely worth it, worth the buy. I don't remember if I ever mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I ended up bidding up to $54 for this with $10 shipping. So for just under $70, I got a classic Lego set. Yeah, a little bit of damage. Stickers don't look the greatest, but really happy with it. Definitely worth it, and stay tuned for the review. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.